afternoon. I'm Shauna Parsons. Welcome to the Noon News. The big story today, of course, your vote. Early voting broke records this midterm, and part of that may be because this election will determine the balance of power in Congress. Right now, Republicans have the lead in the House. Keep in mind, it takes 218 seats to take control. In the Senate, a much closer race. So to keep control, Democrats need at least 50 seats with the vice president as the tiebreaker. We are still waiting for results from a few critical races that are just too close to call, including 4 Senate seats. For Fox 12, Madeline Rivera has an update from Washington, D.C.
The votes have been cast in the 2022 midterm elections, but the red wave didn't crest.
This wasn't even a red wave. It's not even a red little ripple in a pond.
An anticipated surge by GOP candidates fizzled as the midterm results were revealed. Still, the Republicans had a strong enough showing, likely leaving President Biden without the backing of a Democratic-controlled House.
The Republican Party just did not give people a viable alternative to Democrats in this race.
But the Senate remains up in the air, with multiple seats, including Georgia and Arizona, still up for grabs. Neither candidate in Georgia's Senate race received more than 50% of the votes so far, and that would force a December 6th runoff between Democrat incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican Herschel Walker.
We are now in a position where all eyes will be on Georgia. This is going to really be focused on turnout.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis turning the Sunshine State a deeper shade of red, winning a second term with the widest margin in 2 decades. The Republican making history, winning Miami-Dade County, a Democratic stronghold, a feat last accomplished by Jeb Bush in 2002. DeSantis may even be gearing up for an epic clash with former President Trump over a possible White House run.
You look at these candidates who stand for freedom, who stand for business, who do all of these candidates of action. That's where the momentum is. It's not coming from Donald Trump in the past. It's coming from the future.
Meanwhile, a Fox News voter analysis shows 3/4 of voters feel the country is headed in the wrong direction. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox 12, Oregon.
Voters in 4 states have voted to protect abortion rights just months after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Voters in reliably red state Kentucky rejected a ballot measure that would have denied any state constitutional protections for abortion. Meanwhile, voters in the battleground state of Michigan enshrined the right to abortion in their state's constitution, joining California and Vermont in taking that step. Several people made history during the midterms. In Florida, voters elected the first member of Generation Z to serve in Congress. Democrat Maxwell Frost won Florida's 10th congressional district last night. He turned 25 years old earlier this year. That is the age limit to serve in Congress. Anyone born after 1996, by the way, is part of Gen Z. Also making history, Monica de la Cruz, the Republican, is the first Hispanic woman elected to Texas's 15th congressional district. That is a traditionally Democrat district near the U.S.-Mexico border. And in Massachusetts, Democrat Maura Healey is the first openly lesbian woman to be elected as governor. The result flips the seat after the state's Republican governor announced he would not seek a 3rd term.
I'm grateful to all of you. You had the courage to take a risk, not on me, but on Oregon. Thank you. Good night. Let's all have a drink.
Independent candidate Betsy Johnson conceded last night, leaving the race for Oregon's next governor between Democrat candidate Tina Kotek and Republican candidate Christine Drazan. Hundreds of thousands of votes, though, still need to be counted. As of right now, Kotek has a very small lead on Drazan. We're going to see those numbers. Well, Fox News' Mia Villanueva has more on how both candidates are feeling after the initial numbers came down last night. You going to have that story for us?
At watch parties Tuesday night, both Kotek and Drazan acknowledged that this race is simply just too close to call, but both remain optimistic that they will be the next governor of Oregon. However, it could be days before we know the final outcome. One reason for that is mail-in ballots. For the first time ever, Oregonians could mail in their ballots day of the election and still have them counted so long as they were postmarked with yesterday's date. Kotek told her supporters they need to be patient.
We need to respect the process. We need to wait. Every vote counts. Every vote must be counted. And so it looks like we might be waiting a while before things are official. And that's, frankly, that's okay.
At Christine Drazen's watch party at the Oregon Garden in Silverton, supporters remained very positive the entire night. Drazen was as well. She remained confident that her campaign efforts would result in a win for the Republican Party.
But we know that when the results are all counted and all of the results are in, that we will, in fact, lead Oregon in a new direction.
According to Fox 12 political analyst John Horvick, there are somewhere between 800,000 and 900,000 votes that still need to be counted. We are expecting an update on the votes here in Clackamas County at 6 o'clock tonight, so stay with us on air here on Fox 12 and, of course, online at kptv.com. For now, reporting from Clackamas County, I'm Mia Villanueva, Fox 12 Oregon.
We're also keeping a close eye on Washington State's 3rd congressional district. Right now, Democrat Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez is ahead of Republican Joe Kent. You can see the numbers there, 53% to 47%. There are still a lot of ballots to count, though, so the race is still a toss-up right now. Another race too close to call, Oregon's 5th congressional district. Right now, Republican Lori Chavez-DeRemer is in the lead against Democrat Jamie McLeod-Skinner with 52% of the vote. The 5th district has been redrawn to encompass parts of the Portland metro area, Lynn County, eastern Marion County, and the Bend area. This is the first time Bend voters have been lumped together with Portland area voters. It is still too soon to say if Oregon will tighten its gun laws, making them some of the strictest in the country. Take a look at this. The yes and no votes, boy, they are nearly neck and neck, 50% apiece. Measure 114 has been hotly debated leading up to the election. If passed, it makes gun ownership and purchase requirements in Oregon much stricter. The measure would require a permit from law enforcement to buy a gun. It would also prohibit the sale and creation of ammunition magazines capable of holding more than 10 rounds.
We're going to save lives by reducing gun violence. We're going to wait until all the votes come in. But yeah, we are happy with this campaign that really has achieved the impossible by already making the ballot. It's been a huge victory for a largely volunteer force.
The measure impacts responsible firearms owners, and unfortunately, it doesn't impact the criminal element.
Those who voted yes on Measure 114 say it'll make communities safer for all. Those opposed say it'll only impede the process for responsible gun owners. We will have much more on the election results throughout the newscast. You can also see them at the bottom of your screen. And in between newscasts, you can get updates on the Fox 12 News app and kptv.com.